Hey everyone, Taylor here again. Wanted to come and bring you some more information and news. I didn't intend to make a vlog every single day, and I really don't, but there's so much happening in this space. Sometimes I just can't get through all of it, and a lot of stuff was left on the cutting room floor yesterday. Already I've got a page full of notes about what's been going on in the last 24 hours or so. So let's get started. First off, Ethereum is celebrating a birthday just like Bitcoin. Ethereum has surpassed 3 million blocks on the mainnet, this launching after only about a year and a half. The blocks come in at 15 seconds instead of 10 minutes, so many more blocks are generated per day, and thus you can't really compare the block heights. But it's really great news for the team and community. It's great to see all the wonderful projects developing, one of which I kind of saw today. I haven't listened to the podcast, but I'll put a link in the description below about the Raiden network. For those of you that don't know much about the Raiden network, but have heard about Lightning, it's very, very similar. It's basically an Ethereum implementation of the Lightning Network Bitcoin payment channels. This will allow for some initial privacy and scalability for the network until we have the full sharding and proof of stake implementations online, but should be really interesting to see how this develops and how widely it's used. In totally unrelated news, Brian Armstrong posted on Medium about some of the public squabbling happening currently between IRS and Coinbase. It's really been interesting to watch the steps. There was a lawyer that kind of filed and said this was an overreach, and the IRS shot back saying that having identified yourself as a Coinbase user, we're no longer interested in this case, and therefore your kind of motion doesn't really matter anymore. I think this was a bit of a dirty trick for them to play, but I guess this is how lawyers get paid. So I want to see more that happens in this area. I'll definitely be watching closely. In more technical news, Geth 1.5.7 is out, which is a minor release to fix a few bugs. Go ahead and upgrade if you can. I also saw a blog post today on Block Geeks about usage of blockchain land registry in Haiti. I didn't get too far into the details, but it was really interesting to see this use case pop up. I know Cook County, which is the home to Chicago, Illinois, where I lived for quite a while, they're also exploring blockchain use cases and also in the real estate title kind of space. So this seems to be a really strong use case. Something that needs to kind of transition governments and lifetimes in time is the ownership and provenance of property. So it's really nice to see blockchain being applied quickly in government space around this. There's another organization called Chronobank that's trying to use blockchain to fix recruitment industry by creating a labor market. I'm a little skeptical on this myself. I have never had good luck with technical recruiters or anything of the like, and I think it's a kind of broken system at the moment. So maybe there's a lot of room for improvement, and I'll be wrong here, but best of luck to Chronobank. Lastly, I just kind of want to round out with a couple of DApp related things. This is what seems to get most people excited, and I know it's what I'm waiting for the most. Consensus has released Uport developer documentation. So if you're a developer and you want to get started with using Uport for identity on Ethereum blockchain, this is where you need to head. I took a quick look and it looks very, very simple to get started. So if you're a developer, if you're working on dApps, please check it out. Again, link will be below in the description. And finally, just to finish things up quickly today, I want to mention the AKASHA Alpha was released. They had previously had a private pre-alpha, I believe, and now there's a public downloadable alpha. It does take a little bit to get started and set up, but not too long, just a few minutes. One big issue for me, and it really bit me in the behind, was it stomped on my database for Geth. I didn't realize it was using a private testnet, so now I need to resynchronize my database for Geth and Mist. I tried to go to the advanced route. I would recommend to you just use Express Setup. Don't change any of the defaults. It uses light client mode or something very quick. Highly recommend it. Lots of people are already posting. There's even a test implementation for Whisper Chat. So try it out, register a handle, and let me know what you think. I'm on the same name there as I am on here, @TaylorGaring. That's really it for today. I want to keep it nice and brief. Hopefully I'll have some more information later in the week for you. Until then, please like, share, and subscribe. Check you later.